and spirituality on an individual and societal level. Health or disease embrace the whole person, body, psyche, and spirit. I claim that these three human dimensions are deeply and inseparably interconnected and important for the health of each individual. I support the position that these same dimensions are relevant and also need to be present on a societal level. Prior to advancing my claims, I will briefly present the understanding of these key words: body, mind, and spirit, and how they are entwined. First, body, as well as our physical conditions that form the state of our habitat, undoubtedly play a crucial role in our endeavors to be healthy. By physical conditions, I mean not only to eat food, being hydrated, exercising, and so forth, but also wanting, knowing, and having access to develop a physically qualitative lifestyle that respects our bodily needs. For example, the question is not simply, do we have food to eat, but also what kinds of food is available and how much of it do we need based on our age, gender, race, diet, current situation, community, imprints that we inherited, to name just some of them. In other words, our physical body doesn't end with the skin. Rather, our body is contextualized within a broader body of our physical reality. Simultaneously, our body is profoundly connected to our psychological and spiritual needs and resources. The more we care for our body, including all these dimensions, the better care it receives. Second, mind is often identified with the brain and its neurological processes. However, mind is not limited to the brain connection. According to Sajoli and Ferrucci, we have different psychological functions. Sensation, emotion or feeling, thought, impulse or desire, imagination, intuition, and will. If we shed light on one of them, sensing, for example, we see that the sensing organs associated with each sense send information to the brain. Here is a tangible connection between mind and body. Another psychological function is thinking. We can think of measurable phenomena as well as of a reality that transcends the physical body, and for instance, to be able to be compassionate and loving, which is to have a moral conscience. Third, in our spirit or soul in Judeo-Christian tradition, or God's dwelling in us, or even self-transcendence that provides peak experiences and a well-developed sense of awareness, if I use a more secular language. There is that need, as well as a gift, an intrinsic dynamism to go beyond ourselves, to transcend our mundane level and everyday lives, to go even beyond the other, space and time, to reach for heaven, nirvana, the stars, to be connected with God, humanity, and the universe. An organism, an institution, a society, a religion, or a culture is healthy when each part is harmoniously integrated into the whole. A healthy organism finds the accurate balance between its physical health, emotional health, mental health, financial means, educational achievements, employment, wholesome relationships, and spiritual well-being. At this juncture, I would like to reference wellness and the wellness model in order to better explain the importance of balance for health. In understanding the difference between health and wellness, in short, health is a state of being, whereas wellness is the state of living a healthy lifestyle. So, just very briefly, wellness is a newer term, replacing an older term, wholeness. And the goal of wellness and health is balance in terms of homeostasis and human flourishing. So balance and human flourishing. And we have all kinds of wellness wheel models. Here I put just some examples of them, not to really spend too much time on it. But for example, one is from Vanderbilt University's Wellness Center, which speaks about intellectual, emotional, environmental, sexual, social, occupational, physical, and spiritual elements. And then down you can see, underneath you can see some more examples of the wheel. Imagine, wheel is something that we can imagine like a big pizza cut into 6, 8 slices or more, but they're all equal. There is a beauty in these wellness wheel models because they show the elements of holistic embodied well-being, which we certainly want to emphasize here. But to go a little bit further, there is a static and dynamic understanding of balance. A static understanding of balance means that there is an implicit equality, such as it is in wheel models. And then we have a dynamic understanding of balance. And this balance is more fluid, so that a person can move, adjust, reorganize, grow, transform. And this is much more as a kaleidoscope model. So it's not with sharp lines which separates one aspect from the other, but it's much more fluid and dynamic. So with this more dynamic understanding of balance, I want to emphasize that balance, wellness, and health are always particular and contextual. Why? Behind this is a tripartite model which emphasizes 3 aspects. First, we are like all others at a universal level. We all need to sleep, for example. 2, we are like some others at a socio-cultural level and some other specific levels. Some people are fine if they sleep 6 hours, other people need to sleep 9 others. 3, we are like no other at a personal level. And it's good to keep all these 3 aspects in front of us. Healthy persons or institutions develop when such a balance is attained, and that disease is an expression of imbalance. Now, let's have a look at this reality from a broader societal level. The United Nations declared 2001 as the year of dialogue among civilizations. The purpose of this designation was to emphasize that the current globalization process not only encompasses economic, financial, and technological aspects, but must also focus on human cultural and spiritual dimensions, as well as on the interdependency of humankind and its rich diversity. The Aristotelian principle of either or, which posits that every proposition, as well as in our context, every person or every society or every culture, has to be either true or false, is not suitable. The current pandemic crisis confirms that the necessity for a deeper reflection about integration and inclusion of all aspects of human life in order to move towards a healthy global society. The existing economy based on capitalism and the idea of a free market does not lead in the direction of a society's stability and positive development. A healthy economy is established on the inclusion of various parts of humanity into a new whole in which each part, spirituality included, plays an important role. In opposition to the free market economy, which increases the gap between rich and poor, the theory of inclusion is gaining more and more attention. The European Bank for Reconstruction and Development describes economic inclusion as the opening up of opportunities to previously underserved social groups as an integral part of development. If people are given a chance to succeed, they are more likely to participate in the workforce, pursue education, or engage in other activities that lead to economic growth. But the precondition is that people are respected in their totality of their body, mind, and spirit. Western liberal societies need to integrate the presence of others as well as their cultural heritage. If they don't accomplish this, the non-Western world, among other things, will continue to present a threat, leading to what Samuel Huntington called a clash of civilizations. This cultural controversy is primarily about inclusion and exclusion from a society's narratives and symbols. Such dissonance can either contribute to polarization and escalation, or it can provide opportunities for conflict mitigation and improved relationships. In conclusion, striving for greater inclusion, union, and balance are the guiding principles of the new globalized world. Plato's assertions about a just society seem to be true even today. An organism, an institution, a society, a religion, or a culture is healthy when there is a balance. A balance means that each part is harmoniously integrated into the whole. A healthy organism finds the accurate balance between its physical health, psychological health, and spiritual health. If we are truly a society of inclusion, then we certainly want to integrate spirituality into our view and practice of being healthy on an individual as well as on a societal level. Thank you.